This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Some residents of Holmes Beach are fired up over a pair of boat canopies blocking their view. It's the location where the city has placed a fire rescue boat and a police boat. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us live from the 63rd Street boat ramp with more details tonight. Rick.
Yeah, Haley, what you see here has a bunch of folks back there very upset. These are the two boat canopies that has changed the view for Robin Kinkopf and some other residents of the West Bay Point and Moorings condos. Up until last November, she had a clear view of the waterfront at Watson's Bayou.
It makes you sick to your stomach. You look out your window and you want to cry because you bought for this peaceful view and now you have boats, canopies, lights right in your view.
Those boats belong to the West Manatee Fire Rescue District and the Holmes Beach Police Department. In addition to the two canopies, boat lifts were installed at the dock, which is at the city-owned 63rd Street boat ramp. It's not a view that Teresa Dickinson and her husband are happy with. Their condo rental is in direct view of the dock and everything else that now goes with it.
We're paying a pretty penny to live here and to have the beauty, and our beauty is looking at the canopy, so it's frustrating.
Residents tell us there is also a spotlight that consistently goes on and off at nighttime around the boat area. For Robin Kinkopf and for others who own their condos, they are very concerned that these boat lifts and canopies will dramatically lower their property value.
Nobody asked you if it could happen. Nobody told you it was going to happen. When you asked about it, they told you that they were not going to get in your line of view. And next thing you know, they're right in your face.
Kinkopf and others from the West Bay condos are hopeful that this can soon make its way in front of city commissioners. And the mayor did get back in touch with us, but he did not want to comment on this. Reporting live from Holmes Beach this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is investigating a drowning death at an Anna Maria Island vacation home. Deputies say they were dispatched to a home on Sycamore Avenue around 1 o'clock this afternoon. They attempted to save the life of the victim, a 2-year-old girl, until EMS arrived. The girl was transported to Blake Medical Center where she was pronounced dead. Deputies say the girl was inside with her siblings and her mother, but was somehow later discovered missing. The incident appears to be an accident. Several Suncoast residents have been charged with animal cruelty this week. An anonymous tip about alleged deplorable conditions on Winburn Place in East Sarasota led to the arrest of Benjamin and Wendy Watson. Both are charged with animal cruelty. Neighbors say there are signs of hoarding inside the home.
You can smell it, and I already bleached. So imagine how this was smelling. The animals were not eating. There was no water. There is a kitty still around here that is dying for food.
In a separate case, the Sheriff's Office says Sarasota resident Ramon Gonzalez is charged with animal cruelty. Miniature horses and ponies were found malnourished. Gonzalez also agreed to surrender all of the livestock in his possession, and new homes have been found for those animals. Governor Rick Scott making his way to the Suncoast today to announce efforts to stop the opioid epidemic. The new law classifies fentanyl as a Schedule I narcotic. This means it would be a first-degree felony to unlawfully possess 10 grams or more of fentanyl, a drug considered 100 times more potent than heroin. Drug dealers could also be charged with murder if a customer overdoses and dies. While the bill is a step in the right direction, some lawmakers think more needs to be done. In Palm Beach County, the vice mayor is looking into potentially suing pharmaceutical companies for deceptive marketing.
The fentanyl bill certainly is in response to the drugs that are on the street, but we need to start looking at why the drugs are on the street.
In 2016, there were 592 overdoses in Palm Beach County, costing the city a pretty penny in 911 calls. As the Atlanta Braves get closer to making the West Villages their new spring training home, some top officials in Northport government are concerned how the city may be affected. City commissioners have asked their staff to conduct a study to see how much the city will end up paying with this new stadium. The city of Northport has committed to paying $300,000 for the next 30 years for its part of the new stadium. To determine how much everything is going to cost, commissioners asked staff to put together a study. While some are concerned with the cost, others believe this will have a positive ripple effect.
Say the Brave Stadium reflects 60 new full-time employees. Well, those employees trickle down and create other new jobs and other new businesses, and the model can capture that as well.
Once the study is complete, it will be presented to the City Commission. The Northport Police Department is warning drivers of a new stop sign. You may notice the four-way stop at the intersection of South Biscayne Drive and Northport Boulevard. City officials say they recently conducted a traffic study because of the high volume of traffic in that area. They say this new intersection and the stop signs will keep everyone safe. And now for a check on our forecast. It's been a rainy night. Let's head over to Bob.
Rain is winding down now, Haley, and it looks as though we are going to see generally fair skies overnight with no threat of any thunder. It'll keep us up at night, but we're looking at fair skies tonight. The chance for showers and storms comes back into play, though, tomorrow afternoon. A little different setup, though, tomorrow. The showers and storms will develop near the coast as opposed to inland so much. We'll have more of that chance as a result of the easterly wind. But in the live sweep of the radar, not showing and depicting any rainfall around right now. We had some pretty hefty rain. Most everyone in our viewing area had some form of rain, although Northport kind of missed a lot of it there. And as far as our current conditions go, we have clear skies, 74, and the dew point temperature, 71. The winds are out of the northeast, rather light right now, and they're at 5 miles an hour. The pressure, 3011, that's high, continues to rise right now. Temperatures across the area into the mid-70s. Well, much more on the rest of the week's forecast and into the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Avis Budget Rental Car Group is being forced to pay out $1 million in refunds to customers in Florida. This comes after a settlement agreement between the company and the Florida Attorney General's office. Pam Bondi's office investigated allegations that Avis Budget and Payless did not inform customers that they would be charged a daily fee for the company's e-toll service, even on days when customers did not use a cashless toll road. The companies will now have to disclose its $3.95 daily charge online and through confirmation emails. Candidates are actively fundraising for next year's gubernatorial election. Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam raised more than $2 million last month. The three leading Democratic contenders running for governor have yet to reach half that amount. Putnam has raised more than $15 million to date. A June report suggests an ongoing FBI investigation of the city of Tallahassee might be causing a slowdown in Democratic Mayor Andrew Gillum's fundraising efforts. Under new rules from Florida Fish and Wildlife, you can still catch gray triggerfish in the Gulf of Mexico, but not all throughout the year. FWC has approved a limited fall season and other conservation measures, such as limiting the recreational bag limit from 2 fish to 1 per person and increasing the size limit from 14 to 15 inches in length. Fishermen exceeded last year's quota, so Commission staff are reopening the fishing for a limited fall season. SeaWorld Orlando is now offering up-close tours of its killer whales, where visitors hear stories from trainers and they're educated about the habits of orcas. During the 45-minute killer whale up-close tour, visitors will watch husbandry demonstrations and learn the whale's health care and feeding habits. However, reservations are required for these tours. They cost $79 per person, and they are not included in the regular price of admission. The company has ended orca shows and stopped breeding orcas. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, a Russian leader making a trip to Trump Tower to meet with the president's son. The latest on that and why the U.S. Senate is taking a shorter summer break to address some unfinished business.
Invest in Kids is a $7.5 million project to build a new Boys and Girls Club in South Manatee County. I'm Caleb Grimes, and I was a club kid. It's where I learned important life lessons, leadership, integrity, responsibility, and baseball. Thousands of kids attend the Boys and Girls Clubs, and after years of use, their club is slowly falling apart. Help us invest in kids. Make your donation today.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, For them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Bob, it's been a rainy night, coming down hard in some parts, and then just kind of, we've had like some trickling rain, and I heard one of the loudest booms of thunder.
That's what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about that. The lightning and the thunder that occurred with it was just incredible. It was just after, I guess, around 7:30, 7:40 this evening. A lot of people talking about it. It was obviously a bolt from the blue. And the setup is that the clouds were around, the mid-level clouds, and so the sound was able to roll as opposed to just going up into the atmosphere or being absorbed by a lot of other rain that was around. So it was an isolated thunderbolt that, boy, it was loud, extremely loud. A lot of people talking about how the ground was rumbling as it hit. Well, here is some excellent looking video from our tower cam in time lapse. Let me show it to you. You can see that rain dancing across the Sarasota Bay right there, and the lightning, again, once in a while you'll see a strike there off in the distance, but it was rather intense at times. A lot of rainfall fell across parts of the Suncoast, and right now that rain off the coast of Pinellas County. Not much going on here right now. Things are fairly quiet and will likely stay that way through the overnight hours. We are looking at generally fair skies overnight, some clouds to the north of us now, and you can see those clouds starting to thin out a bit over land, still rather strong there in the Gulf of Mexico. Tropical moisture is on the way, though, coming in from the east to the west. As it moves on in, our rain chances will be increasing as we go through time on Thursday and Friday. Right now, this is the old remnants of tropical depression number 4. Not much to it tonight. Last night, it was a little bit more impressive. But not now. There's not many storms with it, but it's still an additional source of moisture. There's another tropical wave that just came off the coast of Africa to keep a close eye on it as it makes its way toward the west. Currently, we have clear skies in 74, the dew point 71, and the relative humidity 91%. Winds are out of the northeast at 5, and the pressure 3011, and that is rising and it is high. The high today was 92, a couple degrees above the average of 90, 97 the record set in 2015. Well, 2/100ths of an inch of rainfall at the Sarasota Braden Airport. That was earlier. Some areas today, as I showed you at the top of the news, the weather, first weather, we had up to 2.5 inches of rain in some isolated areas. Jacksonville now it's 80. It's 80 in Orlando, 84 in Miami, and 83 in Key West. Temperatures all into the mid-70s, so quite comfortable here across most of the area. And the Gulf water temperature, though, much warmer, 89 degrees right now, and it was as high as 91 just a day and a half ago. Well, you can see the forecast tomorrow. Not much of a chance for rain throughout the entire day, with the exception of getting past 5 o'clock. We'll start to see showers and storms really start to develop near the coast. A little bit better chance for showers and storms near the coast as a result of a stronger east wind, and that east wind will bring some thunderstorm activity. Not as much as we've seen over the past couple of days, but there'll be a few around. With a stronger east wind, it's hard for that sea breeze to get going and see that deep convection develop in the central Florida, then eventually travel off to the west. So we'll get these passing showers later on in the day, and it should not bring us as much rainfall as we've seen over the past 2 days. But then things start to change a little bit as that tropical moisture moves back in on Thursday and Friday, and looks like continuing through the weekend. Well, temperatures over the Northeast, 72 in Buffalo, 71 in Pittsburgh, it's 78 in Detroit now, Green Bay at 76, but St. Louis it's 90, 86 in Salt Lake City, 88 in Wichita, and temperatures into the 80s as well in Dallas, Houston, and Oklahoma City. For boaters, winds will be out of the east at 5 to 10 knots. Tomorrow, seas will be 1 to 2 feet and a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 89. The beaches will see a high right around 89 as well. UV index is at a 10 tomorrow. And the tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay, 407 for the next high tide. Low tide will be at 8:58 tomorrow morning. Another high tide at 2:31. Forecast tonight calling for evening storms out in the Gulf winding down. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies to mostly fair conditions, 75 for low. And then tomorrow and for the next several days, chance for rain is there tomorrow at 40%. Better chances, though, as we head in toward the weekend. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The president's son going on TV tonight explaining what he was told in emails last summer, that the Russian government was out to help his father win. Promises of information that could incriminate Hillary Clinton. Trump Jr. agreeing to a meeting and a Russian lawyer making a trip to Trump Tower. ABC's Chuck Sievertson has the latest.
Donald Trump Jr. appearing late Tuesday on Fox's Hannity maintains his controversial meeting last year with a Russian lawyer with purported ties to the Kremlin was much ado about nothing.
It was such a nothing. There was nothing to tell. I mean, I wouldn't have even remembered it until you start scouring through the stuff. It was literally just a wasted 20 minutes.
Though his email exchange with Rob Goldstone, a Trump acquaintance who had helped set up the Miss Universe pageant in Moscow and who has Russian clients with ties to Vladimir Putin, shows he was willing, even eager, to accept Russian help with his father's campaign. Trump Jr. releasing pages of emails leading up to that meeting. Also in attendance, then campaign manager Paul Manafort and Trump Jr.'s brother-in-law Jared Kushner. Earlier, Trump Jr. said they didn't know what the meeting was about, but emails forwarded to Manafort and Kushner had the subject line, Russia, Clinton, private and confidential. On June 3, 2016, Goldstone wrote Trump Jr. that this is obviously very high-level and sensitive information, but is part of Russia and its government's support for Mr. Trump. Less than 20 minutes later, Don Jr. responded, "Thanks, Rob, I appreciate that. If it's what you say, I love it, especially later in the summer." Trump Jr. says he released the emails to be totally transparent, but the New York Times says he only went public after they told him they were about to publish them. On Capitol Hill, the response was swift.
This is moving into perjury, false statements, and even into potentially treason.
Republicans weighing in, too.
His characterization of the meeting has changed, which creates suspicion.
And from the White House, Sarah Huckabee Sanders reading a short statement from the president.
My son is a high-quality person, and I applaud his transparency.
Chuck Sievertson, ABC News, New York.
GOP lawmakers will be getting a shortened summer break this year. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is pushing the August recess to the third week of the month. It comes amid the Senate GOP's stalled effort to repeal and replace Obamacare and push a rank-and-file and a push by rank-and-file Republicans to stay in Washington to address this unfinished business. McConnell says his conference needs more time to work on health care reform.
We will be here. We've got the defense authorization. We've got the debt ceiling. We've got the FDA user fee and other important legislation that we need to address, and we simply, as a result of all this obstructionism, don't have enough time to address all of these issues between now and the originally anticipated August recess.
Well, you heard the word obstructionism. McConnell is shifting blame for a lack of progress on those items, saying they have been mindlessly stalled by Democrats. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Hey, look at this.
I think one thing about football, it's the ultimate team sport. So I guess more than anything, what I miss is the camaraderie.
And showering with others. Yeah, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Just go do it. Go do it. If you're not in control, then who is? Live above the influence.
Florida's coral reefs are declining. Bad news for our oceans and marine life. Fortunately, you can help, and you don't have to dive, you just have to drive. When you purchase Moat's Protect Our Reefs license plate, $25 goes directly to Moat Marine Laboratory, whose research, restoration, and conservation programs are helping this precious natural resource thrive once again. So get your Moat Protect Our Reefs license plate today. You just might hold the key to saving Florida's reefs.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News.
The benefits of dry body brushing and why you should start doing it this summer in Health Smart.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
The best of the best in baseball playing in Miami tonight, picking up in the top of the fifth with a runner on second. Minnesota's Miguel Sano of the American League slices one down the right field line. That drops in for a hit and the RBI single. The American League takes the lead. Then in the sixth, the Cardinals' Yadier Molina hits one out at right field for a single home run. It is tied at the bottom of the sixth. The ninth inning has wrapped up. The score remains tied at 1. Two sports legends are working together to try to buy the Miami Marlins, which is the stadium that is hosting that All-Star game right now. Michael Jordan has joined the investment group led by Derek Jeter. The NBA Hall of Famer is expected to assume a minority ownership role if Jeter's group buys the team. Marlins owner Jeffrey Loria is expected to choose a winning bid soon. Another one coming from a group including former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, Tad Romney, and rapper Pitbull. Venus Williams has earned her spot in the Wimbledon semifinal, the five-time Wimbledon winner taking on 20-year-old Yelena Ostapenko. Play was suspended because of rain, but Williams then brought sunny skies with 53% of her serves going unreturned. Williams will play Britain's Johanna Konta in a semifinal match. The city of Los Angeles will likely be the home of an upcoming Olympic Games. A vote by the International Olympic Committee appears to put LA in line for the 2028 Games. Paris is the 2024 favorite. The committee behind the LA bid has organized dozens of events to show public support for the Games. And Mayor Eric Garcetti says LA is, quote, in love with the Olympics. It would be nice to have another one here in the United States. That's a look at sports. We'll have our lotto numbers right after this.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
You probably know A Tale of Two Cities, but what about A Tale of Two Hats? The latest tale involves President Trump and former President Obama. Here's Jeannie Mose.
Not since a 3-year-old stole the Pope's skull cap. Has there been such a high-profile hat snatch in return? In the latest case, a Marine's hat, known as a cover, got blown off and was retrieved by President Trump. Though even he couldn't keep it from flying off again. The Marine kept his poker face while conservatives cracked a smile, drawing comparisons. It's quite a contrast to President Latte, a reference to the time President Obama saluted a Marine while holding a coffee. But when it comes to a hat winning hearts, that happened when President Obama ran into 6-month-old Giselle at the airport in Anchorage, Alaska.
I saw him and I thought, that guy looks a lot like Obama. He said, who's this pretty girl?
Giselle's mother tells us they bought the hat for $5 at a secondhand clothing store. Mom's favorite tweet so far? Always keep a spare church hat in case you meet Obama. Except for baseball-style caps, politicians tend to go out of their way to avoid all contact with hats. Notice how President Obama admired the football helmet Navy gave him,
Pretty sharp, huh?
but declined to put it on.
Here's the general rule. You don't put stuff on your head if you're president.
Except that one time at a summit with tribal leaders, the hat lasted a mere 10 seconds before Obama tipped it off. And who can say no to Girl Scouts? The president ended up wearing a tiara, and there was that poncho former President Bush got tangled up in.
Is that the first time?
Yeah.
It's first time putting a poncho on.
It looks like it, that's for sure.
So Ellen got him a new one with a presidential seal.
This end up.
Sometimes a president just can't pass the hat. Jeannie Mose, New York.
Gotta tell you, we talked about lightning earlier before weather. Get a look at this shot that was sent in by the Lightning Mafia, actually. It's the Dylan Wade John Cox. His name is. And there it is. You can see it loops all the way around Sarasota Bay and then back down to the ground. And as we said, we heard quite a bit of thunder, too, with those.
Very cool. Thanks for sending that in.